You just got to make it dead ambiguous. Just like, I love your hair and it's brown, blonde, black.
Wow. Is that what?
Color.
It's like that song from Bo Burnham.
Yeah. I love your eyes and the bluish, greenish, brownish color.
God, that was such a good special. Bo Burnham was a fucking genius, man.
His songs are insane. I listen to him on a daily basis in work just because they just make me giggle.
Well, when I say I've seen it all, that is obviously not the case. We saw this portal manifest into some kind of a shadow demon. Not quite sure on the last part, but Hyperion was not feeling it. It did not belong. And it seemed like it didn't want to stay dead either. Nothing we could do could put it down. I thought our asses were toast until reinforcements came in. Now, this is where it gets good. You will not believe who came to save our butts. Fat Man. Yeah, the Fat Man. That's the First Astir, and he's here fighting alongside me.
The Multiverse Collective.
So we open on seeing a 30-foot tall Astir that just landed standing up in front of this shadow demon that you guys have been fighting. He had just sent the order for everybody to clear out of the landing zone, and he just sort of looks and goes,
Get out of the way, kids. Big Daddy's here.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm still raged, so I'm not even paying attention.
Cordelia audibly rolls her eyes.
Rex, the last thing we had done right before you landed was you were portaled out.
I'm still in a rage, though. Just lay on...
Yeah, you are in a rage, but you were forcibly portaled away by Hoopa. And this big Astir just basically begins to go into like a fist fight with this thing. As these things are fighting, Cordelia, from behind you, or behind the Foxcatcher, you hear just a gigantic thud. And looking back that way, you realize that Wreckage has finally gotten his giant cannon that he's been assembling to bear. And he takes a giant shell. It's this big shadowy demon.
Would Ace, basically being like a U.S. military fanboy, would Ace have ever seen or heard of Fat Man and Little Boy?
So all of you would have. So you would understand from your military background that the pilot of Fat Man, Jerry Finch, is the only Astir who holds official military rank as general. Because all of the other pilots are sort of a secondary, like they're pilot, like if you're in a ship, you're a captain, but you may not necessarily be the captain rank. You're pilots, but you're not.
I see.
Like you don't have like an official rank. You were just attached to a military squad.
I got it. I think Ace is just completely slack-jawed, seeing these guys not only in the flesh. He's probably like met them once or twice in the Astir program. Like when
I feel like when you guys
graduated.
graduated, they probably did like your graduation speech.
Yeah.
And these are the guys that are always all over the newsreels as well. Like these were.
Do you
like,
have their trading cards?
I think Ace does have the trading cards for sure. And so I think Ace is just like slack-jawed, just because I don't think he's ever seen them actually fight before. So he's just like in awe.
And a lot of people haven't. A lot of the newsreels have been sort of like, it's very Captain America-y, where it's just like it's a lot of dog and pony show. It's a lot of
like
war
propaganda
bonds,
almost.
Drives, propaganda, stuff like that. But there's never been any. Yeah, there's never been any like actual footage of them in combat, which you sort of don't know why at this point. And as they're fighting, basically they turn and they sort of come over the radio, and Jerry's just like,
Everybody needs to clear out. This is about to get real dangerous real quick in here. Get behind something.
Oh my god, this is the coolest fucking thing.
Ace, get off the radio.
Yeah.
I'm going. Sorry, I forgot I was on there. And Ace just kind of phases back into the trees.
Question. At this moment in time, is it a Rex bloodlust versus a Hooper sort of calm rationality on what to do? Like, I feel like Rex would still be trying to get back into the fight.
I mean, you could. I mean, that's kind of up to you at this point because the bloodlust was all Rex's.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I don't know if
the Hoopa didn't.
Because obviously we inhabit the same body now, so.
And the Hoopa wasn't really giving you the bloodlust to begin with. You were sort of getting that from the Divine. At the time, it was the Divine. Yeah. But it feels like that was a different fight. And you were still, pretty gung-ho fighting this beast in front of you, but I feel like the wind kind of got taken out of your sails a little bit when it started to regenerate from all your hits. So it's sort of up to you how Rex would be dealing with that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a 10. So yeah, I think maybe just like sat down in the fallen on the floor, just like
coming down.
It's just like
if
you look at Kensington Avenue live stream from Philadelphia, and you see all the crackheads on the come down, they sat there looking like they hate the lives. That's the exact look. Like the fallen's got its head in its hands, just elbows on knees.
Honestly, that might be a pretty accurate description because I feel like when you got this bloodlust, it was almost like a euphoric.
It felt amazing.
Yeah, and so you coming down from it might actually be sort of like a drug addict coming down from a particularly bad bender.
And I feel like with this shadow energy that I've absorbed, I feel like everything anger related is escalated,
amplified.
So this is just like a reserves that I've got there burnt out until they restore themselves. So it's just like withdrawal that has begun, and that's why he's sat there sort of like hating his life.
And you also see, because all of the other Asters were there, so Eunice and Gary and Kevin, Marigold and Wreckage, they were all, Radiant was there. I never got the pilot's name for Radiant. It's the one I didn't write down.
Philip Rivers.
I think I said it at one point, but I don't remember. When I went and had to go back and get all my notes, I had to go and actually re-listen to that episode where we were in the meeting with all the pilots and just get the names as I described them. And I think it's the only one I didn't describe because he wasn't one of the options. So they all also are clearing out and getting back. And as Wreckage sort of takes out this thing's knees to disable it momentarily, you see this giant Astir kind of take a step back, and his chest begins to glow like a brilliant blue. And you see Little Boy has also been assisting him, which is a very small Astir that just sort of crawls around Fat Man, reloading weapons, sort of doing repairs. Any sort of like spot things that need to happen, it just climbs around. It sort of like plants into it, and you see power coming from that into Fat Man. And a giant blue beam basically shoots from Fat Man into the shadow demon. And as it does, I imagine Cordelia would have some sort of like Geiger counter or some sort of like radioactivity counter.
Yeah, I'm sure the Foxcatcher has something.
Just somewhere in the cockpit, just like sitting down somewhere, and it starts to click pretty intensely.
Boys, I think we need to get out of here.
Oh, give me 10 minutes, man.
Nope, you are going to die of radiation poisoning. We are leaving.
Oh, it's good.
I understand that may be a mercy for you, but you are currently a possession of the United States government and its military.
I am owned by nobody, thank you.
Well, the suit that you're in is. So.
As much as I want to stick around and see this, I mean, this is crazy, but yeah, I'm out of here.
Rex, you have plenty of time to kill other things, and I will let you fill Dr. Schmidt's shoes with seawater whenever you want for the rest of the week, please.
Just
like Rex just clicks his fingers and he's just gone. He's like 500 yards further. Is this far enough?
Rex,
I feel like he's probably like in the tree line at this point and probably okay where he's at.
Can I just, if he's in the tree line, can I just like grab him, like extend roots to just like grab him and pull him back to like where I am a little bit further in?
I mean, as long as he's not resisting it, you can.
I'm just sat there. I'm just.
All right, don't worry, I got him.
Thank you, Ace.
This beam just it keeps pumping more and more power into the shadow demon, and it's just sort of bubbling and growing, and it's getting this big giant, like almost cancerous looking tumors.
And I'm assuming my Geiger counter is just like clicking more and more and more as this is
it's
happening.
off the charts. Yep. Until eventually this demon just explodes into, you'd think it would explode into like a liquid of some sort, but really it just explodes into like shadow vapor. Like not shadow energy vapor, but just like it literally looks like it just sort of wisps away into black smoke.
I don't like this.
Oh my god.
And you also see when this thing disappears, the crack in the world begins to sort of close itself up as well.
Oh, thank fuck.
I probably shouldn't have thrown that rock at that.
All right. So is that a hallucination, a nightmare, or
Both? Both. Let's just go with both.
oh boy. Gentlemen, let's regroup at our FOB, please. Now. Roll out.
Permission
Permission to what, Ace?
to...
Full sentences.
There's something...
Once everybody clears out, there's something that I need to do. Hyperion is telling me I will take extra chore duty, but Hyperion is telling me that there is something that she needs to do when this is all cleared out. And who am I to say no to a giant tree construct?
Fine, Ace. Latrines, tonight, in the outfit.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Great, thank you.
I like to think that was on like the open channel, so every single Astir, like,
100%, fully. She's flexing every little bit of her power, right? She's like, Cordelia's unnerved, and she's also trying to make Eunice laugh or think that she's competent.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you definitely get like a tease over the radio. It's like, oh Ace in your little outfits.
Cordelia turns bright red just hearing the giggle.
I think Ace is filled with a sense of determination towards what Hyperion wants him to do. So I think he's not even listening to it. It's worth it.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, it's basically just the big Astir in the middle there. The beam has since stopped since the thing has been exploded, so it's just sort of standing there looking around, and he just sort of goes, everybody group up. We're gonna debrief this a little bit on site.
General, if I may,
Go ahead.
do I have permission to clean the site? I don't really want to get into it at the moment, but my Astir is telling me that it wants to cleanse this site of the energy that has been afflicting it with this factory.
Do what you need to do, son.
So I think Ace walks out, and I'm going to spend the spotlight that I've been holding on to that feels like forever, and I'm going to take a greener world move. So I think Ace is going to just walk into the middle of this clearing, and off the comms, he's just in his head, he's going to be like, all right, Hyperion, do your thing. And you see the arms and legs of Hyperion turn into roots and just dig into the ground. And the entirety of Hyperion glows this bright fluorescent green. You see this green energy materialize down through these roots and start pooling into the ground. And this green energy, the further it goes away, the more it dilutes. But you just see it cover this clearing, this factory, and I don't know, how far can I take this?
You spent your spotlight to do this, so take the spotlight.
Okay, so I think in the Foxcatcher, you hear the Geiger counter. It was still going off pretty significantly due to the residuals of the blast. You see it pretty quickly go back to background levels of radiation. And I think as this green light encompasses the factory, I think everybody here just emotionally feels a little bit better. And so I think there's just this this collective deep breath from everybody there as this green light just kind of, I can't think of the word, goes away. And then Hyperion, returns to normal. And I think Ace is just, all right, that was good.
Would perhaps that clear my my unnerved condition?
Yeah, I think everybody would be cleared of their dangers, yeah.
Good work, Ace. And I mean that sincerely.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Lieutenant. I genuinely appreciate
You're still
that.
wearing the outfit.
Yeah, no, I agreed to that. So I'm... latrine duty it is, but that was worth it.
I'm glad Hyperion is satisfied.
Me too.
And I think with that, Cordelia is gonna start turning the Foxcatcher around and heading back towards the FOB.
I think Ace is going to head back down that way too. He's just going to give one more just very polite and official salute to the general and thank him for the opportunity to cleanse this area and walk back off through the forest.
Yeah. Getting back to the... he just sort of gathers everybody in the field now that it's been cleared, just because there's more space there. And he disembarks.
Oh, wait. Before you do that, I'm sorry. I'm reading the RP elements. Would you consider this a move of destroying something that threatens nature directly?
Yeah. Yep, we need to destroy something that threatens nature directly. That was the thing I was trying to think of that I wanted you to do. So you can choose someone.
Riley, would you say that Cordelia was surprised by this power?
Yeah, I think she's surprised, not necessarily by the power, but by the fact that Ace managed to do something competently on the first try.
All right, cool. I think I'm finally advancing a gravity clock like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, like we should do more often.
Actually, you know what? How does Gary feel about that? Because he's also on my gravity clock.
Gary... I mean, I think he might be impressed, but he's not going to say it. At least not like publicly at the moment.
That's fair.
If you want to tick one forward for him, you can. But
I'll do it.
Oh my god, that made me look at my gravity clocks. I forgot that I described Dr. Schmidt as absolute nipple of a man.
General Finch disembarks from his Astir, and just everybody sort of pops out of theirs as well. And he walks over towards the Foxcatcher, just sort of waving. It's like, Lieutenant, need to talk to you.
Oh boy. And I think Cordelia disembarks and goes to see what that's about.
As you approach him, he sort of gives you a nod, and you've been doing good out here. You and your team have been. I mean, you took this factory, just you guys, and I had a note I was sent here to give you along with this fighting this thing, and he hands you a sealed letter.
Yeah, Cordelia will take it. Thank you very much. Dear Captain Cunningham. Oh, that's new. I have foreseen this letter finding you properly, provided the proper series of events has come to pass. A great peril has been wrought upon the earth, as you have just witnessed. There is only more to come, I am sad to say. I beg of you to go with the general now and learn what you may. Your companion needs his heart repaired, and the other needs to be brought back from the path of the shadow. When you've finished your business in New Mexico, seek me out in Friendswood, Texas. We have much to discuss, and you need a helping hand against the trials ahead. Sincerely, Seer K. Curtis.
Yeah. And along with that is attached your new insignia as well. And the general just goes, consider this a field promotion.
Thank you, sir.
From next to you and sort of behind you, you hear, ooh, it's Captain Cunningham now, huh? Not LT?
Cordelia once again flushes so red. She looks like she has the world's worst sunburn. And turns around like super, super snappy to see that this is, in fact, what's happening. It's not her hallucinating or dreaming. I guess it is.
Good to know. And she just sort of turns and walks away, and she seems to be sashaying a little bit more than normal. And the general sort of looks at you and goes, well, I also come bearing new orders. You guys are to board the airship with my team, and I'm to bring you back stateside for a while.
Yes, sir. Anything else, sir?
Not at the moment. We have to wait for the Enola Gate to land, so feel free to do what you need to do for a little while. We got a little time. It's not exactly a quick machine.
Absolutely. Do you have any idea when we'll be disembarking? Or embarking? Oh, English hard.
He sort of looks up at it and just goes, maybe an hour.
Yes, sir. I will have the team ready to go in 1 hour. She'll immediately hop on the radio and let both Ace and Rex know that we've received command from the general that we're returning stateside, and we need to be ready to go in 1 hour, or else.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Captain, now.
I'm the captain now.
Oh, well, that's congratulations, Captain Cunningham.
I appreciate the congratulations, but it's quite unnecessary.
Yes, Captain. I assume that because I will not be on latrine duty here, once we get back stateside, you will find latrines for me to clean.
Absolutely. I am so proud of you and how quickly you learn and adapt to new and challenging situations.
See? I can figure this military stuff out.
No one had any doubt, West Point.
All right.
Rex, can I get an affirmative? Great. 1 hour. You can have a meltdown on the Enola Gay.
What's going through Rex's mind right now?
I think he's just thinking about the shadow energy. I think he's thinking if he can get more, will it make him feel better?
Okay.
So I think he's having like an internal monologue with Hooper, and he's just like, "Hey, buddy, you know that purple shit we ingested?
Of course.
Is there any more?"
Oh, no.
Not around that I know of.
Do you have some special way for us to be able to find some? We have an hour. I mean, it takes a click of the fingers to get back here, you know. I could go, refuel, come back, and be good as new.
We'll have to wait for it to come through.
What about those humans?
You crushed them all in the factory.
You committed several war crimes.
We're not going to talk about that.
Hey, it's not a war crime the first time.
Great. How long until this headache fucks off then?
Depends on you. I don't have any control over that. This is your flesh body.
It's your flesh body as well now, Hooper.
It doesn't affect me. I live in your mind.
Then it should affect you more, because it is my mind that hurts.
That's your body.
But it affects you, right? This purple stuff. It's not just me, right?
It can be fun when we use it.
Yeah, see? You like using it. I like you. Let's work together here. What brings it here? just so we can get the jump on it and.
We would have to find the factory where they're making these humans to figure out the source.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. And then I think Rex is just gonna sort of like stand up and just stretch and just be like, I'm going for a walk, guys. I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'm gonna go for a nice brisk walk to sort myself out. Maybe put some water in Dr. Schmidt's shoes,
Whatever you need to do.
And then maybe cry. I don't know. And he's just gonna like go on a little stroll to try and sort of clear his head.
As you guys are sort of standing around, the freedom fighters you guys were working with approach you on the Foxcatcher. Lizette and Sakamoto and the team that the team that Cordelia was working with on her part of the mission prior are there as well.
Ace is gonna walk up, and I think he's going to have Hyperion like dematerialize, and he's just gonna take a look at the resistance, and in Japanese, because we've already established that we can speak Japanese. He's just gonna look at Lizette, and he's gonna bow, and he's just gonna say, "Thank you for your help in taking this factory, and Miss Sakamoto, thank you for your grace and not killing me as a prisoner of war."
Ace, get it together.
Thank you for all that you've done for me and for our team, and I hope that we have done well for you.
Sakamoto looks at you and we couldn't have taken this factory out without your help. The island isn't clean, but it's definitely in a better spot than it was before you arrived. We appreciate your help.
Well, that's what we here at the U.S. military like to say. Leave things better than you found it.
Okay. And Lizette sort of looks at her dad and goes, "Daddy, I want to go with them. Let's go."
She said, "Daddy, Ace." That could be you. You can see boobs for the first time.
And Sakamoto looks at her and goes, "No, we are not going with them. We have too much work to do here." And she just looks super disappointed.
Ace, maybe Lizette would appreciate a tour of the base, since they've been so wonderful in helping us get to the end result of our successful mission today.
Yes, Captain Cunningham.
Great.
Lizette, why don't you follow me? I have like 45 minutes.
He only needs 3. That may be generous.
As you're all standing there, Ace, you also hear from behind you, "Yeah, you guys are leaving the island, huh?" As Gary approaches you.
Oh, not this.
Just gonna,
Oh, God.
Yes, we are.
just gonna leave us all alone. Leave like the big heroes. I see how it is.
What did you do, Gary?
The mission is complete,
Gary,
so we will be out of here.
Right. Ace, you take Lizette. I can deal with this asshole.
And Ace and Lizette walk into the woods.
You aren't there. I thought you were in the woods.
I'm assuming it goes through the radio. And then you just see like Rex walk out of a portal with a beer in his hand.
Yeah, Cordelia has had the transmit button down on the radio this entire time so that Rex can hear this physically painful social interaction.
And I walk out of the portal with like a beer in my hand, and I'm just like, "Look, Gary, dude, I understand that in high school you were a fucking big deal, but now all you can do is bitch and moan about doing missions that a man would do, and then come in at the last second and think you're a hero. So before I give you the verbal arse whooping that you deserve, I'm going to give you a chance to turn around and walk away with your pride intact.
I think Ace is absolutely just like behind a tree watching this.
Gary looks at you and goes, I didn't come over here to talk to you.
Well, you're fucking talking to me, so you've got two options: walk away or get absolutely verbally destroyed. Or physically destroyed. I don't care which one. And look at Cordelia go,
You do not have my permission to beat up Gary. Not today.
She said today. So one day in the future, Gary, one day in the future, I will fuck your shit up.
I haven't discounted the possibility, but today I cannot condone it.
You know, you turn into a captain, like, you take all the fun away from it.
I know, I am so sorry. We can talk about it on the Enola Gay when we're flying back to the States.
Okay.
Gary looks at you in the eyes and he gets real close and he goes, I look forward to that day, pretty boy. And he turns and walks away.
Why does his breath smell like shit? Oh.
He never brushed his teeth in college.
How do you know about his bathroom habits?
We were roommates at West Point for 2 semesters.
Roommates, he says.
I don't want to talk about it.
And they were roommates, chat. They were roommates.
I'm gonna click my fingers and fill Gary's shoes with seawater.
He stops as he's walking, and as you open these little portals to the sea, immediately the water just freezes and nothing comes out, and he just keeps walking.
Gross. He's got frozen fish shit in his shoes now, doesn't he?
No, he froze the water before it came through the portal.
Do I do something really petty? Or do I just leave it? That is the question. I'm gonna do something petty. I'm gonna make another portal as he's walking, just so his foot gets stuck in it, and then have it so he trips. I'm loving the fact that now I've got Hooper, I can control the portals so much better.
I love the use of portals for shenanigans, almost exclusively.
And when he falls over, I'm going to radio to Eunice. And she'll be like, I can't believe you chose this asswipe over fucking Ace.
45 and a half seconds later, Ace and Lizette walk out of the forest.
Nothing happened. They were just watching.
Gross.
No, I think I think
that was
Ace,
twice with a cigarette break. What are you talking about?
I think Ace spends most of the hour with Lizette, just kind of like walking through the forest. I think near the end of the hour, though, he looks over and he just says, "Look, I don't know how long I'm going to be stateside, but if it is okay with you and with the military, it might be nice if we could have a written correspondence."
Wow.
She looks at you and she sort of quirks an eyebrow and goes, "Really? That's how you're asking me?"
How else am I supposed to ask?
Written correspondence.
How would you do it?
She grabs your shirt and she pulls you in for a kiss.
Aww. How
Cordelia
cute.
punches Rex in the side, really really hard to get him to look at this.
Cordelia, oh man, I'm going through something.
I'm not that fucking strong. Stop being a pussy. She wouldn't say pussy.
It's very quick, and she sort of pushes you back and goes, "Like that, pussy," and turns and walks away.
Jesus Christ.
I think
I'm glad you finally got some action. Maybe now I'll stop complaining about everything.
I think I'm in love.
The
Calm
first thing
down,
he says
tree
when he
boy.
walks back over. I'm gonna gonna hook my arm around his shoulder and be like, "Be come and go, my friend," and just like rub his head.
Cordelia just stares off into the middle distance.
Eunice who?
What, Eunice?
The Enola Gay is landed. It's lowered the ramp. Everything's about to get moving. And as Cordelia started doing her final checks on stowing the Foxcatcher, you're just sort of walking with your nose in a clipboard, and just a hand just hits the wall in front of you. And as you turn and look, you're inches away from Eunice's face. She goes, "So you're leaving, huh?"
Temporarily, I think.
All right. Eunice will look down and she'll grab a cigarette out of your breast pocket.
Yeah, 100%.
And she'll put it in your lips, and then she's going to kiss the end of the cigarette and use her fire powers to light it, and then she'll walk away.
Cordelia is left speechless and is once again very bright red and takes a very long drag of the cigarette and continues to stare off into the middle distance. Oh, I'm so fucked.
I feel like Rex would have seen this in the distance, but I'm so glad I don't have these worries.
Love brings us out the darkest of places. Love's there to catch our fall. And love don't need a reason or a warning to scale you all. And take it to a place where no hope is found, abandoned and afraid. The beast is on the ground. It'll find you in your fortress, where walls go 10 foot tall, rolling in like thunder. That love is a wrecking ball. Your love is a wrecking ball. Love is a wrecking ball. Love is a wrecking ball. Your love is a wrecking ball. Yeah, your love is a wrecking ball. Love is a wrecking ball. Your love is a wrecking ball. Love is a wrecking ball. Your 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 love is a wrecking ball. Yeah, your love is a wrecking ball. Love is a wrecking ball. Your love is a wrecking ball. Your love is a wrecking ball.
Fuck's sake. Sorry, my Wi-Fi
Ace,
turned
come
off for a
on.
second.
Oh my god.
You got reacting.
I said you said that, but you didn't. Yeah, we heard it, but you didn't move. It was very bizarre.
It was very jarring. I did not like that.
You just sat there totally neutral. We just heard you say "fuck's sake."
I was hearing your thoughts for a moment. I didn't like it.
Yeah, we'll stop the hearing thoughts there because I don't want anyone hearing what goes on in my head.
Sorry,
it just came up reconnecting. I was like, "Fuck, don't do this to me again."